Finding the right payroll vendor can be a pretty stressful situation. You're gonna be working with this company at least on a biweekly basis for the foreseeable future. You're gonna be logging in and putting in new employees. You're gonna be running payroll. It's a big decision who you're going to be working with. You want to make sure that you have the right person, the right application, the right software for you and your business. In today's video, I'm going to get into the company that I use, Gusto, and how you set up an account with them and how you get the ball rolling so that you can start using Gusto to run payroll for your assisted living facility or for your small business. Hi everybody, I'm Brandon Gustafson. I own and operate 2 assisted living facilities, and I created this channel to help people just like you learn the ins and outs of investing in assisted living. Welcome to Assisted Living Investing. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In our last video, we talked about different payroll vendor options that you want to be aware of and who you can use so that you can meet the needs that you have for your facility. In today's video, I'm going to get into a tutorial of how you can set up an account with Gusto, who I use for my payroll. They're the payroll vendor that I use. We love them. We're really happy with them. I'm going to put a link down below in the bio where you can go and sign up for a free trial with them. And if you do it, you'll get a gift card, a Visa gift card from Gusto for signing up for their services. I'll also get one, so full disclosure on that. But regardless of the gift card, I highly recommend them. I think they're a great company. I wouldn't recommend them if it was something that I didn't believe in. So make sure you use that link and give them a try, and I'll get into the tutorial now and show you kind of how you can get things set up for Gusto for you as you're getting things in place. All right, welcome to the tutorial for getting things set up in Gusto. I'm going to apologize again. My platform that my computer's on while I do my recording is a little unstable, so you're probably going to see me wobble a little bit, but the screen should be fine, so you should be good there. So what you want to do initially is go into an internet browser, and you're just going to type in gusto.com, and then you are going to if you use that link that I give you below, it's going to take you right to us. So go ahead and do that, but you're going to need a new provider. So you're going to click on this, and it's going to take you into the process where you're going to get started. And from here, it's going to ask you a few different questions. So have you run payroll yet in this calendar year? And I'm going to set this up as if I'm just a brand new business and everything like that, but you want to answer the questions according to what you are running. So no, how do you currently run payroll? We're new to running payroll, or we use another online service, or we just do it ourselves manually. So let's see, I'm new to it. I work in an office is what I'm going to put here. That's probably fine. I mean, you could maybe put this one. I don't think it's going to matter at this point in the process. What type of employees are you dealing with? Are they W-2s, 1099s, or are they both? So a 1099 is like a contractor that would be doing work for you. So if you were using a 1099 nurse, a nurse wanted to work for you as a 1099, then this is how you would put in both. I'm just going to put in W-2s. And then, are you interested in offering like health benefits or other benefits? Gusto allows you to do this for your team, and I'm just going to put in no for now. And then it's going to take me to this spot right here, and it's going to have me enter in my contact information to get things set up, to get started into my process. So once you have logged in, you're going to get a screen that's like this, and you're just going to put in your information here. So I'm going to do test and W-2 employees. You're just answering a lot of the same questions again, honestly, is what it ends up being. How many employees you're going to have? I don't know, 5. And it doesn't need to be exact. This is kind of like an estimate. It's not going to make or break you by doing this. Your entity type. So I want to link that up above, the different types of entities and the structures there. So we're an LLC, the industry code. So if you start typing in assisted living, you're going to get a few different things in here. I think we actually did assisted living facilities for the elderly for both of ours, and there is a specific code, and you can see here they ask you this to help you stay compliant with any of the finance regulations that might be applicable to your industry. So you just want to make sure that you're putting in the correct code there, but it will add it in right here. And if you're like, if you're not an assisted living facility and you're working on something else and you're working on setting up Gusto and your industry is not in there, you would just click this in here, and then what is your industry? Say dog grooming. I'm pretty sure dog grooming would be up here, but let's just say that it's not. So yeah, it's not. How about that? That was just a test. So you would just put it in there and you could type it in. We, though, are doing assisted living, right? So we're going to do that. It's going to say boom. And then if I want to read more about it, I can click that link. So that's great. We are not going to offer health benefits. How does this company currently run payroll? And we're going to say we're new to payroll. But if it's something like here where you have one that's there and I've used ADP, I'm going to put it in there, and then I'm going to click on add company, and it's going to take me to the next screen. Okay, so from here, it's going to have you tell things about the team. So who are you planning to pay? So you could, and this is all that applies. So myself, W-2 employees, or we're not planning to pay anybody for a few months. We're going to submit that. When is my first payroll run? Let's just say it's going to be on this date. Have we run any payroll yet in 2022? Nope. And whoa, that's cool. Great. That simplifies the experience. I mentioned this in the last video. If you've already done it, then you would just click yes. Like if you are already using a different payroll vendor and you want to use Gusto now, you just hit yes, and they'll say, okay, yeah, we need to get some more information from you. And they'll do the thing, give you the information that you need to pass along to them. Otherwise, great, it simplifies the process. We're going to submit. We've got 5 employees. How do they need to track their time? If you want them to track their time, then hit yes. It's going to give you some different options on here. I'm just going to put no, because a lot of my stuff is shift work. They work 8 hours. If somebody's there, they're probably working an 8-hour shift. The state that we're in, we'll just click on Alaska just because it's the top one. But you just put the state that you need, and then who am I? I'm the owner, co-owner, or CEO, and so that's where I'm going to put it in there. I could do, if I'm a bookkeeper, accountant, doing things, they could also set this up for you. So I'm going to go ahead and click submit on that, and then right here, again, it's going to ask me. I don't know why it does this. It feels like it asks you repetitive questions, and I'm not sure why. But I'm just going to type in assisted living again right here. It has my entity type there, and then from there I'm going to go ahead and click submit, and then it's going to take me to the next step. All right, so from here, after you've clicked that submit button, it's going to take you to this kind of checklist thing that you want to look at, right? So from here, you're going to be given this checklist of the different things that you need to do so that you can get everything completely set up and added in here. And so I'm going to need to add my company address, and so I'm going to click in here and I'm going to type it in. Confirm my company locations. If I've got an accountant that I want to do, this is like adding their email. Explore benefits. Do I want to offer benefits? Add employees. So if I know who the employees that I'm adding, I'm going to throw them in here. If you are an owner, I'll point this out. If you're an owner and you're not paying yourself out of this because you're not running payroll for yourself and you're just going to do draws on it, do not add yourself to Gusto. It'll keep asking you for tax information and stuff like that. So just don't do it and avoid it, and you'll be better off that way. If there are any contractors, you want to put it in there, and you can click skip this step, and like if I do that, you'll see on there it's going to mark it done for me. So federal tax information, a lot of this information, we've talked about this in previous videos around like setting up a bank account or things like that. It's going to ask you a lot of the same information. So you're going to need your articles of organization, your EIN letter, all those types of things. State tax info, so you're going to need to make sure that everything is in there so that you can do things with the state. Some of the states are going to need some kind of a business license registered with the Secretary of State or different things like that. Your bank account information, your pay schedule, so how frequently are you going to be paying people? So are you going to do it weekly, bi-weekly, twice a month? Like, how are you going to do it? When do you want payroll to be run? Those types of things. So you can get in there and kind of start putting things in place. So you would say, yep, my first pay date is actually going to be this day. We are going to do, so you can adjust a few of these things. I want the last, you can look at this and figure out what it is. And this will kind of give you a few of the different options up here. And you can edit the payroll schedule and say, I want it to be every week. I want it twice a month, monthly, quarterly, annually, whatever that number is going to look like. And you can kind of filter those things in here. So yeah, and just kind of build it out and edit it specific to yours, or they will give you kind of suggestions on there on how you want to do it. Sign your documents. So you're just going to do some e-signatures on some of these things. You're going to verify your bank account. So they will, you'll log into like your bank account through their system, and it will verify things for you. Or also do the manual thing where they do some microtransactions that come out to you on that. Workers' comp, if you don't already have it, they can help you get that set up, but you need to make sure that you have that in place. Any R&D tax credits that you have. So I don't think that's applicable to what you're doing in assisted living, but it's something you want to kind of look at. And then discover apps. So there are third-party applications that can get into it. So it talked about a little bit earlier, time tracking and things like that. You could use a third-party application to do your time tracking, for example. And then the last one is to choose your plan. And you don't have to necessarily go in order that it's going through here in this checklist. You could go out of turn, and that's totally fine. This is just a checklist for you to get things done. But for right here, we'll look at the different plans that they have for Gusto. And it's going to ask you a couple of questions. So let's say, I'm interested in workforce management, and that's probably about it. I don't need anything else. I'm going to hit continue. I don't need any HR features there. And then it's going to come over here and say, here's your different plans. So it's going to recommend you do recommend complete for test. Let's see, businesses like yours. So businesses like mine are choosing the complete plan. So it's saying these are all of the options, all the features that you get with it. This is your base price, $39 per month. This is $12 per month per person. But I want to look at the other plans and see what they have. Gusto has 3 plans as of the recording of this video in January 2022. There's a core plan, a complete plan, and a concierge plan. So you can kind of look at these and say, oh, what's the difference between complete and core? What's on there. So this is next day deposit and 2-day deposit. I can do, let's see, health benefits, workers' comp, employees, customizable employee onboarding and standard onboarding tasks, team management. It looks like there's a big thing in there around it, and some of these project and tool time. So I could say, oh, you know what? I think really what I need is just this one right here. So I'm going to select that one. You can choose your deposit schedule. If you do the complete plan, it lets you do this next day deposit. Otherwise, you're going to be doing one of these other ones, and you're going to say save and continue, and it will mark it done right there. So there you go. And if you are like, if you're in the middle of something, even after you set up your plan, you go into your settings and review and change plan, and you can adjust your plan services there. So that's kind of the tutorial of how you're getting things done here. You'll see right here, it's tracking how I'm doing and getting everything set up and ready to go for the plan, which is very helpful and useful as you're getting things up and running. So really useful tool. And so yeah, that's the tutorial for how to get in here, how to set up an account for yourself in Gusto and get a company up and running so that you can start running payroll, which is what you need to do as a business. So I hope that was a helpful tutorial. Make sure you smash that like button if you found this information useful and found it helpful to kind of walk through that process step by step, so you know exactly what you're doing as you get things set up in Gusto. And make sure you use that referral link down below so that you can get Gusto on a free trial and also get that Visa gift card sent out to you for using the service. In my next video, I'm going to get into doing a full tutorial on how to run payroll in Gusto, kind of show you the process of what that's like and what the interface is like once you set everything up and you have everything in place. So watch that video as well, and I'll reference that up above. And to learn more about investing in assisted living, make sure you visit me on assistedlivinginvesting.net. I've got other content over on the website, free resources. You can set up a call with me as well. And make sure you follow me on my other social media platforms. And remember, it doesn't take a lot, just a little bit. Just keep making progress step by step by step. If you do it and you're consistent and diligent, I promise you that you will be successful. Thanks for watching and have a great day.